what's going on? This is going to be my very first YouTube video. I've had this channel for 5 years now, but this is my first video on it. Today we're going to be talking about college, which is always very fun to talk about. So let me introduce myself first to you all. My name is Jada. I'm going by JD Michelle on this channel. Yeah, a little bit of background on me. I am from Alabama, if you can't already hear it in the accents. And I attend Florida A&M University. I'm a third-year health science student. I actually just changed my major, so that's fun. You know, I'm gonna make a video talking about why I changed my major as well. But that's just a little bit about me. Now, this is kind of difficult to answer, being that this is your first year of college. You know nothing about college thus far. I mean, unless your parents have been to college. Some people like me, my parents went to college, but you know, that was so long ago. Things have changed now, so it's kind of different. You know, you have a lot of questions. It's kind of difficult to know why you're going to choose a school until you get to the school, and then it's like, I don't know why I'm here, you know, anymore. You know, you kind of thought you had an idea, but once you actually get there, it's like all that can change. And so it's like, okay, I don't think I want to be here. So that's why it's good to do your research. The best thing to do, so what I did when I was, you know, when I graduated in 2017, and I had already heard about FAMU a year prior to that. I applied to FAMU about a month before I graduated. I graduated in May, and I got accepted to come to FAMU, you know, when I graduated. And I applied to FAMU, but I looked at different colleges, but FAMU was the only school that I applied to. And the reason I did that was because you had to pay for applications. And my logic was, I'm not gonna pay for an application to a school and I'm not gonna go. I think the best thing to do is have at least 2 to 3 schools that you've done a lot of good research on and asked a lot of good questions about. You have a good, you know, amount of knowledge on them. Apply to the schools and then make your decision based off, you know, your 3 schools that you chose in your research. Don't just, you know, limit yourself to just 1 school. At least do research on 3, you know. It was, so I think it was July or June, one of them. So, talking about orientation is really important for freshmen to attend, because orientation is basically going to set the tone for the rest of the semester for you. This is where all your questions are going to get answered for, you know, first-time college students. Anything you need to know about, you know, parking, financial aid, classes, scheduling, meal plans, all that stuff is going to get answered during orientation. And of course you can still get those answered while you're at school, but that's, oh gosh, that's the best time to get those questions answered, is during orientation, because you're going to be there with orientation leaders. Now, I think that some good advice to give is to be engaged and be active with your peers and your orientation leaders, because your orientation leaders are actual students that have attended FAMU, that are attending FAMU, you know, and still are on the campus. These are students, so it's good to, you know, talk to them, because these are your peers. These are people you can relate to, and you know, they understand because we're all the same age, and you know, they have some good advice they could give you. So it's good to listen to them. They're just like, you know, me. Like, I could be orientation, you know, like that. So good to, you know, get in good with the orientation leader, talk to them, ask a lot of questions. You know, that's a little bit about orientation. Something else about orientation I was going to add as well is there are going to be a lot of events going on during orientation. Okay, there are going to be a lot of parties, activities, all kinds of events that, you know, are going to be like overwhelming. You're not going to get to go to every one of them. You're going to try, but you're not going to be able to, because, you know, it's a lot going on. I think the best thing to do is, of course, have fun. Go out, have fun. But you need to remember why you're there, okay? Because you can get caught up in that stuff and forget that, okay, I'm in orientation, I got stuff to do, you know. And make sure you're safe as well. Most freshmen don't have cars coming into college. You come there with your parents, and you know, once you get to orientation, you're gonna want to go off campus to these events and things, and most people use a shuttle or Uber to get to these events. So it's always good to have a plan and, you know who you're coming and going with, so that way you won't be stuck and lost in Tallahassee at a party, you know, at play or I think they give you your schedule and your times. But in college, you're gonna get the name of your classes, the curriculum, and you speak to your advisor, and it's all up to you. You go online and you go into iRattler. They're gonna give you the rundown about this when you go. That's why I say orientation is important, because that's when you're gonna schedule your classes. You go online, it's all up to you. Basically, they're gonna give you a sheet of paper. They're gonna give you your curriculum. You can also always print your curriculum on the website as well too, according to whatever school you are in. And it's all up to you. It's based off of your life and what you are, you know, able to commit to. Your major is coming in freshman year, because once you get into the swing of things, if you're like me and you wait until, you know, you're in your junior year or almost in your junior year to kind of like determine like, oh, this isn't for me, it's gonna kind of be a mess. But it's not impossible, but it's kind of gonna, it's a little bit more difficult to transition from what you're used to for 2 years, doing the curriculum that you were doing for 2 years, and then changing to something totally different and having to start over. But that's okay, it happens. But kind of sit down and have that talk with yourself before coming to college and know what you're going to do. If I already know what Set Friday is about. For those of you that don't know, if this is your first time coming across a video about FAMU, Set Friday is basically every single Friday. It's like a party on the set. They have, the set is like in the back of campus, kind of, over by the quad, and it's like where you have different organizations out there having, you know, people dancing. It's like a huge cookout every Friday, you know, kind of like that vibe where like you have, you know, everybody just comes out after class, you know. It's like from 12 to 3, I think. That's when set starts, at 12. Most people go right after class, you know. People be, you know, getting real cute. Some people have their best dress, you know. It's real fashionable. You get to see, you know, your friends, people you haven't seen all day, It's kind of like your little break time, you know. You know, it's on Friday, so it sets the tone for the weekend. You know, you easing into the weekend. It's just a fun vibe. It's actually, when I was a freshman, I went to Set Friday a couple of times. Didn't go a lot, because I had my own personal reasons. I didn't like to come out my room a lot. And it was hot too, so I just like to stay in my room. But I don't advise you do that. I think it's really good to actually get out there on campus and experience and enjoy yourself. Like, it's college, you want to have those memories, you know. It's gonna be uncomfortable, but once you get into the swing of things, don't let that, you know, stop you from enjoying your life at FAMU, okay? Go to Set Friday, go hang out with your friends, go to a block party, go to a Q party even, you know. That's not my thing, but you know, go have social scene on the weekends. Always something to do, always a party. You guys will see DJ Wavy's name all the time. You'll see Loose Kid, you will see Play, you will see The Moon, you will see Top Flight. Y'all ain't old enough to go to Top Flight. You have to be 21 to get in Top Flight, but you'll see stuff like that. You'll see block parties, you'll see the fraternity. We love our school. Once you become a Rattler, you're always a Rattler to the day you leave. Like, you're always gonna be a Rattler. So, you know, support our athletics, support organizations, support your fellow peers, support anything that has to do with Florida A&M, because these are the people that you're going to spend the next 4 years of your life with. You're going to see all the time. So get acquainted with people, get to know people. There are going to be people that you don't like and people that aren't quite fond of you, but that's okay. They're not the only people there. So, you know, get acquainted with people so that way you can go out to these places and support. You don't want to just be in your room the whole time, you know, by yourself. Are the students friendly? Students are pretty friendly at FAMU. You're going to have those few, you know, rotten eggs that are kind of rude, but that's everywhere. That's everywhere. Like I said, FAMU, we treat you like family there, so you don't have to come in and be intimidated and have your wall up. Just come in and treat people as you want to be treated, and you're good to go. That's all I have to say about that. You're gonna, when you get to FAMU, let me tell you, you're gonna go from high school person, whoever you are, whatever your name is. I went from high school Jada to college Jada. And that's these are 2 different people. Mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, you just grow, you know. And if you're not growing, then there's a problem. You probably need to switch schools. You need to reevaluate yourself, something. Because when you're in college, there's only room to grow and get better. That's all I gotta say. You know, your life is gonna change. From the time you graduate, your life is already beginning to change for the better. And, you know, they might go to different schools. So yeah, guys. That's really what this video was all about. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'm gonna make more. I have a lot of more content coming. I have a lot of, you know, a lot of ideas for this channel. I hope it grows, and I hope you guys help me grow it. So like, share, comment, subscribe, tell a friend about my channel, help me grow it. But yeah, I'm hoping for good things. I hope you guys have a great year at FAMU, a great transition. And if you have any questions, please, I have my social media linked in the description and somewhere on this page that you will always find me. Hit me up and ask me some questions, and I'll be glad to answer anything that you may want to know, or anything about me that you want to know, you know. So just hit me up, and you know, I'll be posting more videos and more things to come. And yeah, that's it. So thanks so much for watching, and you guys have a great day. Bye.